Shit's live.
The Line Network recommends viewing by mature audiences. It contains strong violence and some coarse language.
There you go.
Kumbaya. Hey, welcome back to the Welcome back to the Volunteers Podcast. This is episode number 2. Shane's actually probably mad right now, but not yet. Not yet. We've got a special guest today. His name is Teddy. He's a short boy from Washington.
Much is true. Get that out of the way right away.
He's a good friend of pretty much all of us. He's a good friend of the band in general. He plays trumpet and bass, and amongst other things, is better than me at bass.
I don't know, man.
He fucking
You can
is.
say that again.
Is better than me at bass.
I don't know, man.
He fucking
You can
is.
say that again.
Is better than me at bass.
I don't know, man.
He fucking is. We're doing pretty much the same stuff.
Yeah.
We got the limit on the C word.
Yeah,
we
we
got.
are back in.
Yeah. Oh, I need to bring that sign up, but the album this time.
Oh, yeah. While we're tracking down that sign, here's the album of the week. I picked it. It's called Violator by Depeche Mode. I'm pretty sure everyone hates it, but
We'll discuss.
We'll discuss that
in a manner of elegance.
It's a weird one. For sure.
I keep looking at
We have a
camera.
It's okay.
The C word sign. I want
Rookie mistake.
Okay,
So
yeah.
this episode is this basically.
Fuck.
Don't say it twice, or you get spicy, spank.
That's right.
hold that up to the camera? That's pretty
Milk is
And
Yeah,
listen,
yeah. Let's
penis.
really give them the full details of it. Let them absorb it.
Bottom right corner.
pretty wacky right there.
Also, the man on the very top center, he's a man with super AIDS, the global epidemic.
Oh wow.
Now I'm gonna have to have you zoom in on that one post production.
Oh yeah, no, I knew there was gonna be some heavy editing.
Guys, shout
also,
out to Matt for the editing of the last one.
You know what?
Thank you.
Great job.
I loved the Bill Clinton edit when he smiled.
That was wonderful. So meme-orific. Just made that up.
Made me hard.
So
So we're doing the album of the week kind of discussion a little differently. Last time was it dragged on a little long, so we didn't have that much to talk about, just random memes.
It was stupid. I hated it.
But
I
so
listened
this,
to it again.
I hate
and,
you too, Dad.
I liked it just as much as
Good
the
for
first
you.
yeah, I didn't feel the same. But this time we're gonna go song by song after Zack introduces it to us, and we're gonna say our thoughts. Teddy didn't know that we were doing this until like yesterday. So he listened to it, but he didn't write down his thoughts song by song. So he's just gonna chime in when he can,
But we should also add he listened to it 1.5 times.
which is half a time more than I listened to it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, so that's what we were talking about earlier.
What?
Never mind.
What?
I'm stupid.
Man, I
everybody.
bet you feel like an asshole.
I do.
What's wrong with you?
You sound insane
Right now.
Okay.
All right, you just want to hop right on into
Yeah.
it?
Let's fucking do it. There's the first F word of the day, everybody.
Nice.
That was not the first
Okay,
F
Is
word.
there a limit?
Twice already.
Is there a limit on F words? Because
Oh,
that'll be a
no.
problem.
There's no limit
C
on it.
word and words.
Fuck no, dude. So I wrote another book, even though it's the album I picked. Oh.
Where are you going?
Just gotta check. Just gotta check, dude.
Shane is ruining this podcast right now. How? You're tearing this fucking band apart. It is your fault that Zack and I are getting
your fault.
divorced.
This is not even the first
Mom.
time I've heard this.
Doesn't love me anymore. What?
I'm sorry, Shane.
All right.
My butt's
Okay.
uncomfortable because of this fucking.
So yeah, there's a butt. I just gotta point that out.
That was my
Shit,
favorite.
there's a butt?
Shane pointed this out to me today. Actually.
I really enjoyed it. I really like
Yeah,
it.
That's
he,
getting-
he stared at it for a long time.
That's getting another.
It's in the butt.
It's a nice
It's a nice butt.
It's a little
Speaking of,
ham, it's a
Little
little
tushy.
I'm gonna get away from the album a little bit, but speaking of butts, though, Hank Hill ass, though, everybody, can we just hear for this meme?
Shall we explain this?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, we have to. We brought it up. We got it.
Zack, you
as long as
explain
it's all right with Ted, right?
Yeah, man.
Jacob.
Okay, so those of you who don't know, one day I was just minding my own damn business. I don't remember what I was doing, but I get a Snapchat video from Shane. And I open it up, and it's Teddy.
Oh shit.
Ass naked. changing into pants or something. The dude has no ass. I'm kind of scared that his bones are gonna grind on this fucking floor.
Was this in Kansas City? Yeah.
This was in
Okay.
Kansas City. We don't talk about Kansas City.
And
Oh, dang.
We did a lot.
it
of
astounded
getting
me
stuff in
how
Kansas City.
it astounded me just how little of an ass you have.
What can I say?
I don't know if it was impressive or scary or both.
What can I say?
So yeah, Hank Hill ass, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matt, for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really awesome. Really cool. And we've met the quota for group clapping for the podcast today. So no more of that.
Damn it. Well said. Well said.
Well said, sir.
Okay, Shane, if you want to hand me my notes, sir, we'll get this started.
Indeed.
So yeah, this album came out in 1990.
A lot of 90s so
Yeah.
far.
Start with the background, how you found it, and standout tracks.
Okay, so how I found it. Okay, so yeah, my
was looking
boss
at that too.
at Domino's, Dan, we'll call him Dan.
For sake of, not showing who Dan is.
Yeah. He told me, yeah, we talked about music a lot. He told me to give this one a listen. I was like, yeah, okay. And I did, and holy shit, not even joking, like, first time I listened to it, it changed the way I thought about music in some ways, Like,
That's
there's
pretty
some of
gay,
those
man.
albums, like, it's like, oh, wow, this is different. I've
Yeah,
never heard something quite like this.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, the hair starts growing down there, and you start getting angry all the time.
You start going through some changes,
You start looking at people differently.
Yeah, and you're like,
Also, your fourth grade teacher is just like a spicy pizza pie.
4th grade? What the fuck? How old were you in 4th grade?
26.
Oh wow.
Okay.
okay.
I'm a sad
He
man.
ages backwards.
And then
Apparently he died at 30.
the standout tracks on this one for me were Enjoy the Silence and Blue Dress, probably.
I quite enjoyed that one.
Which song was Blue Dress? Was that
It was the one right after Enjoy the Silence. It was like, yeah, that one.
Are you going to edit in sound bites again?
Probably.
You should.
Those are,
They
those
really
are
helped,
standout.
actually. When
Zach, keep them on.
God, they keep falling off!
We'll keep them on.
Technical difficulties?
Sorry, everybody. Or amateurs.
Yeah.
Especially me. Sorry. Okay, let's get into this bitch.
So
Track
what's our-
1. It is called World in My Eyes. Someone
Hold on,
else.
I gotta get my notes up.
Zach's opinion
Yeah.
last.
Well, my notes are on my phone, so
Oh, and by the way, I give this 8.5 crabs out of 10.
that's quite good. It's quite good.
Rating
It's
album.
very good.
Nice.
I have things to say about the first song.
Go ahead.
My
Go
notes
ahead.
are on my phone also.
Really?
So we're gonna have to pass.
Well,
Yeah.
funny
Well, I can probably
story.
remember most of them.
Funny story about this one. When I listened to it on Spotify, I came up with this Violator 2006 remastered edition, and it was an hour and 12 minutes long. And I listened to all of it, and that's because it's an hour and 12 minutes because that's the extended edition.
Yeah.
And I didn't
Oh, I
actually
listened to the
know
same thing,
Where
so-
the album
Oh,
ended.
yeah, we're just talking about
And
tracks
You
1 through
goofy
9.
guys.
It doesn't
I listened
say
to it on
anything-
Spotify as well.
It doesn't say anything about it being extended. It just says remastered. Where most albums say remastered
And then
deluxe
they
or something.
denote the bonus tracks as well.
Yeah, but it did
Interesting.
not. But
Huh.
pretty much the first thing I noticed was it's like 9 Inch Nails, but not quite as terrifying.
Yes. Okay, so funny story. The producer of this album also produced Nine Inch Nails' first, 3 projects.
Nice.
Like Pretty Hate Machine, Broken, and The Downward Spiral. And he also did a lot of stuff with U2 and a lot of stuff with Depeche Mode. So yeah,
And,
Very cool.
you introduced
Very
me to
prolific
the fact
man.
that he produced the Smashing Pumpkins.
yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, that was
Very
pretty
cool.
dang.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's like electronic industrial without the edge.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I'd
just-
say that there's not just out there edge, but it's implied. There's implied
Okay,
edge.
It's,
to
it's
it.
definitely in there. Yeah.
It's like a sexual edge.
Yeah, it
Highly
kind of
sexual.
turned me on listening to it sometimes because
Like,
he was just
it's more sexual.
Swooning, man. Swooning.
It's more sexual and less suicide.
when there was the panting.
less violent, more sexual.
yeah.
When they started panting, I was like, "Oh, this guy's
Panting?
yeah."
There was a couple tracks where
Oh,
panting
yeah.
was
Yeah.
part of the rhythm.
He's like,
Yeah.
I have things to say about that.
yeah,
and I was like, "What the?"
pretty cool.
I love that part.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
So yeah, world in my eyes. I really liked the opening bass line.
Ooh, yeah. The fucking bass lines on this
I
album
really,
and the
I know
melodies.
they're probably synth, right? Synth bass
Oh, yeah.
lines.
Everything except, like, the guitars are synth.
Yeah, I really liked the bass. I really liked the synth bass.
Yeah. Yeah, the first track, like, it's like, do, 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 and it's really fucking groovy, and then, like, the drums kick in, and you're like, oh, here we go, yeah.
Yeah, I could. Well, I don't know.
How exactly we want to do this as far as thoughts? If
Oh, yeah, just
or-
Probably
Go ahead.
Circle would probably
Yeah.
be best.
I was gonna say I was like to start with Shane and Zach.
So on the first track, what I had written down was nothing too special. The chorus was fun and memorable. It sounds like it was made in FL Studios 12. The instrumentation was interesting, and overall, it was a good opener for the album. So I enjoyed it. Again, the chorus was pretty catchy, but my main gripe for the song was that it went on too long.
Yes.
And that's one of my main gripes with the entire album, actually, is a lot of the songs were a little long-winded.
Yeah, okay.
So many of them
it's
were like-
9 songs, but the album is like 45 minutes long.
Yeah, you do the
So,
math.
yeah.
It's like each one is like 4 or 5 minutes long. It's pretty whack.
Yeah, that's
Whack.
Well, one of my gripes with the album was it's fine if the songs are that long, like 4 to 5 minutes isn't that long, but I felt like a lot of the songs didn't really go anywhere.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
they
Yep.
like they'd start off and then they'd kind of
It's
like have the
But just
same
plateau
momentum.
after a while.
Yeah,
You're
they'd
like,
they'd have
okay.
the same momentum at like 1 minute as like the end. Like
Yeah. I
they didn't
felt
really go
like-
anywhere.
I felt they could have probably cut at least a minute out of almost
right.
all of these songs.
Like
and it still
around
would have been
the 3.5 minute mark on almost all these songs, you're like, okay, they're gonna wrap it up soon.
Right,
And it goes
yeah.
by another 2
I was-
minutes, you're like, fuck.
There's one song that it had so many fake endings. That's the only comment I put on my notes was too many
Ouch.
fake endings.
Damn. What did I say on the first track?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Goodness.
What a shit show, everybody.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, banging bass line, I said.
Banging.
And then that 80s reverb on the vocals was top-notch 80s reverb. The panning was great. The synth melody was amazing. The song was catchy as fuck. But it was too long for an opening song. It was over 4 minutes long. And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that.
All right, next song.
Okay, next song. I really like this song. Or Matt, do you have something to say, Matt?
I have some fucking notes.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, the rhythm of it, like the drum beat we're talking about. When I was like trying to analyze each ear, I was like, I'm picking out like, and I mean, it's most electronic music, but like, I mean, I could hear 3 distinct beats in there, which I thought was really cool. The
Yeah.
panning on that was really tasteful.
Yes, sir.
The snare was very odd. It sounded like someone just blowing through a straw to me.
It
Like,
could have been.
and I don't know. I mean, I liked it. It was different, but they do it like again in it, and I'll talk about that more later. The layering of the synths, you know, the more that got added on, of course. I mean, that's kind of just a thing with the whole album.
Lots of textures and layers on this one.
Yeah, the guitar
like
solos
an
on it,
onion.
I thought were really great. I forget when exactly that was. I didn't really
In
write
the
it
first
down.
one?
Yeah, in the first song. There's some guitar swells. I think maybe during the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
I thought
I
were
think so.
just fantastic. I had some really dumb stuff on here. I'm not going to say it, but yeah,
Good
Good call.
Yeah. Okay, then on to the second track. The first one fades out, and the second one fades in with like this jazzy, like brushes on the drums. And then there's like static, and I'm like, oh.
This one is
It's hard to find the beat until the song kicks in.
Sweetest Perfection.
Yeah, sweetest perfection. Well, sweetest perfection.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like remind myself.
Yeah.
quick.
So what I had written down was low-key instrumental. it was
This one was in
somber
6/8.
and mischievous. It switches to major in the pre-chorus, and I really like that. It kind of made things more interesting. The song had great structure. The instrumentals were great in the chorus. There was a lot of layers, and again, it was a little too long for me.
Yeah.
This song was also, I think, like 5.5 minutes.
Probably. Yeah, the thing I really liked about this song was the fucking menacing bass and vocal chorus. Like the vocals have like the octave effect on them at one point, and it's just fucking like it hits you.
So that's the first note I had on here. It's like I love that octave mix they did.
Yeah,
Love that
the
stuff.
panning again is just fucking great. And then oh my god, when it comes back in the chorus after like this like string interlude in the middle of the song, I swear I climax every time.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I remember that.
I really like that. I think what I wrote for that section, that like instrumental, like my exact type words, whatever you call them, is holy fucking dark cinematic horn section. The goth kids are gonna love this. And every chorus felt pretty different in it. You know, like everyone kind of evolved upon the other.
Yeah, for sure.
I liked it all the way through that song, just because of that.
That was one of my top tracks.
I did like that one a lot.
I liked the song. I just found it repetitive. Which it seemed like it kept going verse chorus for like 3 different rotations.
They kept adding different sounds and different effects.
But like at the end of it, like I don't know. I felt like a lot of it just felt like almost man. I don't want to shit on this album, but like
feel free to if you really need to.
The only way I can really say it was like a lot of it felt like lazy songwriting where there was 2 parts and they just kind of kept like adding different instrumental ideas to it to try and change something, and it didn't work for me. Like my basic thing is it's got to have the good songwriting structure, which is why I like.
Let me tell you guys, like this was a pop band back then, so they're going for that pop formula, you know, but still they added in.
It doesn't
like
hit home with me.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
it's the sad truth. You
What's
know?
next?
Oh,
Personal Jesus.
This one, iconic song, covered by Mr. Marilyn Manson and probably a bunch of other people.
Very cool.
But almost everyone knows this song. Like,
I was completely oblivious to it.
I didn't know it either.
Well, fuck me.
I actually
Like when I
did
saw
know
the
it.
song title, I was like, it's like a really edgy. Who did that? Who the fuck did that? And then like Marilyn Manson, I'm like, that's. I knew the song.
I really liked this song, actually. I really did like this song. It's probably my favorite one. Only thing is, I felt the vocals were way too quiet. And at one point, I noticed that like it seemed like every time that they hit the drums, it sounded like a laser gun also firing, which intrigued me and made me kind of listen.
Yeah, there's this bass synth. I have it in GarageBand. It sounds like a pew, like a laser fucking thing. And yeah, they used that quite a bit, and they panned it. And I was like,
and also, I'm pretty sure this is the song that like goes out with panting.
Yeah. There's this break that like the bridge, I guess, is panting in different ears.
Yeah, that kind of creeped me out.
I think I just put it was interesting, very different. Not sure if I like it. But they do it better than Korn.
I'll say that. Fight me. Don't at
A
me.
lot of people do a lot of things better than Korn.
Oh yeah, fuck Korn.
I can totally agree with the vocals being too quiet. I kind of felt that way throughout the whole thing. But also that's kind of just a little bit of personal preference. I don't usually like deeper and like lower voices. I tend to like higher register voices.
Yeah.
Like Tom York, of course, or like
How about Tom DeLonge?
Tom DeLonge.
Nasally as fuck.
Absolutely.
Where are you?
Don't get me started, man. Or like Billy Joe Armstrong. I tend to like those higher register voices a bit more than like the Jim Morrisons.
Oh,
and that kind of stuff. To me, just like the lower voices just don't seem to have as much power as like higher register voices or like mid register.
Yeah, this guy wasn't really belting out much. He was just kind of
whisper.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna sing.
I want to seduce you. Like, sorry. I got a little too into the role. Method acting, am I right?
Top 10 times method acting goes wrong. Okay, the next song, Halo.
I mean, I didn't even talk about it.
Oh,
I think I had for that.
Damn it.
Damn.
Halo.
Halo. For me, this is where the lull of the album begins. Because the next two songs, Halo and Waiting for the Night, that's where I want to like fall asleep, and then come back for Enjoy the Silence. Because these two songs, they're not that good to me. I didn't like them very much.
I put that with Halo. I liked that he put more lyrical effort into it. Because the other two before that, it just seemed like he was repeating one 5-word phrase. And then, that was it. But this one had actual meaning to it.
One that stood out to me was like a Halo in reverse. I was like, ooh, that's a dank lyric right there.
I was a real fan of the vocal doubling and the harmonies. They were two different melodies, but they worked so well together. It was very interesting. I actually liked this one a lot. I know Zach said it was kind of the boring part, but I liked it a lot. I think it was more meaningful and deeper to me, and I felt it was more energetic. Also,
I remember this one.
that.
This one definitely sounded very Nine Inch Nailsy, like this sounds like it could be on the Downward Spiral and just fit right in, but without Trent Reznor being Trent Reznor.
Yeah, the one thing I didn't like about it is that the breathing sound continued. It just didn't fit in as nicely to me, I think, as the first time where it was like, oh, dang, wow, that's different. Okay, and then this time it didn't really work. I did like when the drums came.
What is he stuck to? Nothing.
I did like it when the drums came in, though. I thought the song picked up really nice. I kind of agree with you, Zach, a little bit on it. I felt a little bit of a lull there, but when the drums came in, it kind of took me back again.
The more I listen to Halo, the more I seem to like it, but it's still, compared to the rest of the album, it's just, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I guess that wraps up for Halo.
Right.
Then Waiting for the Night. Like this one, in the context of the album, it definitely works. Like I really like how slow and brooding it is, but just as a song to like play while you're like doing nothing, it's boring as fuck.
Agreed.
But yeah, for the album it works. But yeah,
I have a note for this. I have a note for this one.
Okay.
For Waiting for the Night. I think at this point, I felt like I heard the same drum beat for at least 5 times, or something like that, or it had the same feel. So I put more of the same, just quieter. And so I wasn't a fan of this song.
Yeah, this is probably my least favorite.
I didn't like it because at this point I was just like, oh, this sounds like everything else I've heard thus far, just a little bit quieter.
I did like this one.
I'm real sorry, Zach.
You should have been here last week, though. He was tearing his ass.
Yeah, no.
I still feel kind of bad. I still kind of feel bad.
He cried for 3 hours after that.
Yeah, it's not my favorite album anymore.
I'm sorry,
Don't you
Matt.
hate it when you like something, like you like a piece of music a lot, and then you show it to somebody else and they point out all the things that they don't like about it, and you're
what
like,
this segment is.
and they're like,
That's literally what we're doing.
and then you're like, oh shit,
This song actually sucks.
Yeah, but like there was a lot of interesting panning. I think his vocals were going one ear to the other.
Yeah.
This one, if I remember correctly, I love that on this one. I mean, I like that effect in general, but not like doused in it. I think it was just enough.
Doused.
Good word.
I don't know. This one I was really hoping. I don't know, and maybe like it'd get too repetitive again because the last one picked up halfway through.
Right.
I was really hoping for this song to just pick up at some point and do something, evolve, go somewhere, and it didn't. But I did really like the synth outro with like the background vocals, like the vocals and stuff. Yeah. I thought that sounded really nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Daddy. Oh yeah.
Daddy Zack.
Well, you guys act like you don't say fucking weirder shit.
Yeah,
when we're not on the
really weird.
podcast. But now that we're on in front of camera, it's like, Matt, that's fucking weird, bro. You better not do this shit. Girls aren't gonna like you.
Matt, the entire this rant that you just went on, all I saw was red on your fucking.
Awful.
Moving on.
Okay.
just like I don't know. I was just so not a fan of his voice. Like I feel like the low kind of Johnny Cash voice kind of thing he's doing just didn't really blend very well with like the Nine Inch Nails sound again. I feel dumb because I keep comparing it to Nine Inch Nails, but I don't think, like, I think it's a pretty valid comparison.
Yeah.
But I think that someone like Trent Reznor, with that rough, whispery at times voice, just blends a lot better with the electronic sound than like a Johnny Cash-esque, Jim Morrison-esque voice.
I sniffed at that.
Oh yeah, I'll step to that.
Any other notes on the
No, I
snooze
think
fest?
we're good to go on.
Okay. Then Enjoy the Silence. My favorite song on this album.
Oh.
Like, I love this song, and Shane's looking at me like he doesn't like it. Like, like, just like the beat that it comes with, I'm just like, yeah.
I remember bopping my head. I couldn't help it. It was
Yeah.
infectious. But
And
It is pretty infectious.
it's an infectious beat.
Yeah.
Fun fact: this song was going to be a ballad, but then someone was like, "Hey, let's make it a dance pop song,"
Damn.
and they were like, "Okay."
nice.
And then it was like number 1 on MTV. And
Yeah, it's pretty
pretty
big.
dope.
yeah,
I mean, this was like their single from this album.
this was the second single, the most popular song from the album, probably. And yeah.
So what I had, and now I feel bad for this, but I put upbeat tempo, weird lyrics. The instrumental becomes uninteresting at times. And that's the negative part. But overall, the song was good. They chose it as a single for a reason because they knew people would like it.
Yeah.
And it was a very good song, and I could see it being big at that time when synth pop was just starting to become popular.
Yeah. And like the guitar melody and just the guitar sound on this song is so tasty.
Oh yes,
I love it so much.
I love it too. There.
I did like the song. It just got a little boring at one point.
Yeah.
But
and
it is a good song.
like all the other songs, it goes on for too long.
Right.
But yeah.
So by this point in the album, when I was listening, like I listened to pretty much every album that we've done. Or I listened to Failure,
All two of them?
Failure, and and this one. I listened to them all in like one sitting, and I noticed that I should probably not do that anymore.
Yeah.
because
I gave you guys a week, man.
I became a lot more.
Look, man.
I became a lot more cynical
Except for
towards the end, and I put. By this point, I really began to appreciate acoustic drums and start to hate this guy's voice.
God damn it!
Damn, dude.
But the thing is, I didn't.
So mean.
Zach, you might as well break that right now. We're gonna make you hate this album.
You might as well.
We should just stop.
You might as well give up hope at this point. But I don't know. I don't have anything else to say about it because it reminded me of just, the feel of every other song that was on this album so far.
That's another thing that I have to say.
Oh no.
I hate bands that were
You hear
like
it
the
first.
entire album.
Teddy hates bands.
I hate.
You heard it here first.
I hate bands. I hate albums, and so many bands throughout like the '90s did this. I hate albums that where every single song is in a minor key, like just blatantly in a minor key. Like there's got to be some major songs in there. There's got to be some happy. Eventually, I just get so bored of like this tempo and a minor key.
I can get jiggy with that.
And like all my favorite album, like I can't think of any album that I've listened to that was all minor keys that I like really liked. All my favorite ones got some major
looking at
keys
me.
in there. They've got some weird modes.
Looking at you,
in
this
there.
is your album, boy.
I don't know, but
Yeah, I actually, I really love this song. Like,
Thank
this
you,
is
Matt.
Probably,
Thank you.
And I'm
He is
slightly
one
biased
true
because
friend.
Failure did cover this song, and then I
A
actually
lot
listened
of
to the
people.
original version. I'm like, oh fuck, I don't know which one I like more now.
Yeah, a lot of people have covered this.
But like, I don't really know what I could say about it. I have no idea what the lyrics vocally it's about. It just sounds cool to me.
It's very
Words
strange.
are very unnecessary. They can only do harm. I mean, for some reason for me that I don't know what it means.
Just
but
shut up and fuck. I'm pretty sure.
It's probably. Wow. I like it. I mean, like the lyrics stand out to me on that one. It's just overall like if you had to give one song off the album, like this is Depeche Mode. Like I mean that's absolutely it.
Yeah.
Like I don't even have to say that, if you know them already. I mean
Yeah, Depeche Mode. Oh, the guys who did Enjoy the Silence. Yeah.
Yeah. That,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Next.
Okay. Then Policy of Truth, which is another banger in my opinion.
Yes, I quite enjoyed this
Gonna
one
have
as
to
well.
remind myself.
Yeah. That one. I like that one a lot. I can't
Shane?
remember my notes on it, but
Would you like to read them?
sure, why not?
This one was good. I do remember enjoying this one significantly more than the others.
Yeah, awesome instrumental opening. Hell yes melody. Nice transition into the chorus. The panning, great. Instrumentation, great. I feel like a lot of thought. Well, fuck. Am I reading the right one? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, we are.
Awkward.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I thought a lot of thought was put into this one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. That's all I got.
Since I listened to that remastered version, there was an interlude in between the two, and I remember what the hell did he yell in the background like 20 seconds in? Didn't quite understand what they were going for in this interlude, but it was okay. But that's not part of this.
What song is this one?
It was like an interlude.
Policy
in, like,
of
the
Truth?
remastered
Yeah.
version in between it. But no, I really
Yeah.
like
Some of the
this
songs
one.
have interludes.
Yeah, this is probably one of my I guess track 3 and Enjoy the Silence. Like this is probably behind those for me.
This one was also a single. This is a single heavy album,
I'm a
guys.
single boy. All right.
I also felt like this one was like the most dense. Like I like songs that are very dense. Like
Yeah, it had a lot
He
of
likes
layers.
thick songs.
I like songs that are songs that are very thick. Like if you were to, if it were a woman, it would. But like, I'm trying to think of it. Okay, so like Comfortably Numb, like the choruses of Comfortably Numb. Those are some thick fucking chords. Like they're
True.
just so, like, there's no space. That like every space on those bar lines of music is filled with notes, and it's amazing. And I felt like this one was the most like dense in its structure.
Yeah.
I as much as the beat still felt the same and I still got the same vibe, so I put it sounds like a lot of the other ones before. This was my favorite one. But
Okay.
like, because
At least he has a favorite.
I liked that he started using actual vocal harmonies. I could hear that it was like either a third or a fifth. It wasn't, just octave vocals or anything. But I felt like it could have been a more interesting vocal line because I was also singing along to it myself and was like doing more interesting things than what he was just mimicking the normal line and doing a third and fifth above it. But at this point was the first time that I actually heard a real guitar. I didn't hear the real guitar any time before
You're right.
then.
The third song had a real guitar.
Yeah.
I thought
The
that was
third
just
song was
Jesus,
real
Enjoy
guitar
the
led.
Silence.
everything before then. I guess the real guitar that was there. I
There's
thought
just-
that was
it-
more synth.
It's effect heavy though.
And
It's
so this was the first time that I was like, "There's an actual guitar. Like, is there really?" So yeah, but I did like it.
Speaking of the vocal melody, though, I don't know. For some reason, like this one, I felt like his voice and like the melody he chose, I felt like on this song really. I mean, I don't know. Third song was really good too with it, though. I thought, but like I thought his voice really complemented this one
Ooh, yeah.
pretty well to me, at least. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll step to that one.
Shane, did you say anything about this?
Well, just basically the same thing. Great atmospheric sounds, a lot of layers, very interesting. I love the outro, and it was very different from the rest. It was probably my favorite track.
Yeah, like there was some hi-hats in like the left ear only
yeah.
at one part that I really
yeah,
liked.
it was amazing. Like,
And then like
it was crazy.
the bridge was pretty hype too. I really liked the bridge on it.
Hell yeah. Next, Blue Dress.
Really like this one.
This
I
Good
really
song.
liked
Good
it.
song.
Yeah, like this one and Enjoy the Silence are probably my top 2 songs on this album. Like, just the fucking synth sound. Like I imitated it earlier. I probably won't do it again, but it is tasty as fuck. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this one as well. First thing I wrote was funky as hell. The vocal melody was kind of boring at times. There weren't any awesome harmonies like
Yeah.
before. But the panning on the hi-hats and the panning of the drums in general was
Oh yeah.
really cool.
They
It was
had
super,
2
super
different bass lines in each ear.
Oh,
it was
really?
Like, oh fuck.
Cool. It was really cool. Add to the layers.
I must have been not paying attention during this song because I swear I've never heard this song in my life.
Ouch. That deserves like a quarter of a paddle.
Nah, he's good.
Look, man, I had like a day and a half.
Okay,
He did.
fine.
He did. I put like on this one, I liked the more attention to the vocals in this one. I felt like there was more emphasis put on his voice. I put very goat-like vibrato though, and I do not like that.
Goat-like.
Like I don't like the way Stevie Nicks sings and goes like, eh. I'm like turn the.
Oh man, Stevie Nicks.
Like I like Stevie Nicks.
Oh, no.
I like I Can't Wait. That's a good song. It's a good pop song, but like, no. At this point, I was like, there is an actual guitar. I hear clean chords. There's a real guitar. Dude,
Okay,
It doesn't.
Jake.
Everything doesn't have to have a fucking guitar in it.
Yeah, asshole.
It's techno. Get with it, Dad.
What Matt said.
I just couldn't ever fucking decipher if there was or not until.
What does
like,
it matter if there was or
Yeah.
not? Like
You're just being a biased
doesn't
asshole.
have to be there.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you shithead.
Fuck you. Air horns in there.
I think that it is a proven fact that songs are always better with guitar in it. I mean, the Beatles, they used guitars. What more do you want?
Get the fuck out.
So
You know
Teddy,
who
our
didn't
first and only
fucking use
guest.
guitars? Cavemen. And are their music still around? No.
Exactly.
So it fucking
Beethoven
sucks.
is still around. Thank
Does
you very
anybody
much.
listen to?
A
Does
piano is
just
just
a Beethoven.
a piano is just like a
These are
fucking,
synthesized pianos, man.
Does
piano's just like a
anybody
50-string
listen to
guitar.
classical music anymore? No, because it doesn't have guitars in it. Some of it does,
I can
but
kind
those
of-
weren't even
I can give like a one nostril sniff to that. Like,
okay.
But there's still guitars on this album. Like, fuck.
That's not the point. We're just arguing. Does guitar make a song better? Name a band. Name a band. Well, like a great band out of. Name any great band.
Michael Jackson.
Use
He
guitars.
Eddie Van Halen was on a fucking track.
He didn't use guitars. What are you talking about, dude?
what?
He didn't use guitars.
Van Halen did not use guitars.
Are you stupid?
No.
I can't believe you just said Van Halen used guitars.
How about Eminem, Marshall
so
Mathers?
He did use guitar though.
Michael Mathers used guitars all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know that
Okay, it
album.
doesn't mean it.
Great bands use guitars. It's just true. I'm sorry.
Every
Shitty.
band
true.
uses guitar.
I don't even know
Great
why I'm arguing
bands.
this.
Great bands are guitar centered. I should say.
I just realized I'm trying to argue against this when I would like. I'm like, fuck, I'm a guitar player.
I'm just saying, like, you don't need a guitar in a song to make it a great song. That's what I was
but
trying to
yes.
say.
all great songs. Have
Okay, it's like the square and rectangle thing. Okay, let's just go on to the next.
Name
track.
a great song that
never
does
even
not
thought
that is not guitar heavy. Like a very
give me like 10
popular
minutes.
song.
Give me 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll come back.
Let me Google
like
it.
alleged.
Despacito has guitar in it.
I'm talking. There's the proof.
We're not
There's
talking
the
about
proof.
Despacito.
Yeah,
I'm talking about fucking
fucking
Despacito.
song. We're not talking about this.
We're talking about fucking
this.
Despacito.
We are clipping all over the place because of this fucking.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, like so. This song, getting back to this.
Yeah, let's get back to the freaking
derailed
subject at
this.
hand.
Yeah, so my notes may be wrong on this. Like, I don't know if they changed the track listing. This is like a slower song, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the love song ballad.
Okay, yeah. I did like the change of pace at least by this point in the album.
Yeah.
I welcomed it, you know. The piano in the first verse, I just didn't like it. It was just too cheesy for me. Like, it just sounded pretty cheesy. It just didn't work.
There were some cheesy moments on this album.
Yeah, like, it
Especially,
just,
yeah.
the piano
The
just
cello
sounded
outro.
sounded like 80s, 90s to me. You know? But, like, I don't know, like, the post-chorus vocal and guitar thing where it's just soloed out, those two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
I did really like that.
Yeah.
The Serves a Purpose lyric was pretty positive compared to everything else. I mean, at least the sound of the album, you know, minor keys and everything, like, you know, I thought that was kind of a, I forget exactly what that lyric was, but I'll go back and listen
I know.
to it again.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what the context is.
Something about even, I don't know, worthless purpose. It's nice, yo.
We'll put it at the bottom here.
Yeah.
Somewhere. right over Teddy's face.
Okay. Yeah.
Matt,
Just
more
put
work.
Despacito there, or put guitars make songs better.
I think that's what we're going to call this episode.
I'm still thinking.
Guitars make every
It's
song
tough.
better.
It's tough.
Okay.
But in quotes, though.
I'm moving on to the last song.
It is
Clean.
tough, isn't it, Shane?
That's the last song?
Yeah. On the actual album,
I have
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yep.
7.
Well, just take all that and forget about it.
those are the bonus tracks.
Motherfuck, dude.
But yeah, I fucking hate this song. Like straight up,
I
don't
didn't like it that
was-
much either.
Like the
Least favorite.
rhymes are cheap as fuck, and I hate. He rhymed clean with Ben. Like he says
Bean? Oh my God.
Oh, I'm like, oh fuck! I hate this fucking English motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The cleanest I've been. Oh man.
Yeah, I hated that.
It makes
I
my
remember
skin
it now.
fucking crawl.
pretty much so.
I thought the ending, like, that's no way to end an album.
Yeah, like
It was literally
Like-
just, it was done.
they should have like ended it
Like,
at
it-
Blue Dress.
there was
That
no-
would've been a
Yeah, that would
better
have been a
ending.
good.
I agree.
An album should end with like a period, a nice punctuation.
This one was like, what the fuck?
Like it,
Yeah.
it
I was
ended in
like,
a
oh.
question mark, which is good sometimes, but it didn't sound like they wanted it to end in a question mark.
Right.
Like if an album sounds like it's supposed to end in a question mark, like The Wall or Ghost's new album ends in a question mark, but you can tell that that's what they were going for. This one, it didn't, like you couldn't really tell what they were
Yeah.
going for. It wasn't as effective.
It wasn't it, Chief.
Wasn't it?
Nice.
Y'all already said pretty much everything that I've had about
Same.
it. So.
Yeah, I thought the bass pan at the beginning was really good though. I
Yeah,
really
like
like that.
The things that were good about the rest of the album were good on Clean. It's
Yeah,
just-
like there was still a lot of like reflective good things. Like some
Yeah.
of the synth sounds in particular on this song I really liked. Lyrics were pretty shit.
Yeah.
Like it was not
Like,
not as good as
any word, including Ben, that ended with like an "een" sound, he fucking used it.
Rhymezone.com, except
Yeah.
that wasn't invented back then.
he's like. And he's just talking about like I'm clean. And I'm like that's not rock and roll at all. Like that's just going up to like a metal band being like, "Yo, dude, I'm hardcore Christian. I take my vitamins. I'm also clean." It's like no,
That's a
It's not-
really great
not rock and
analogy
roll.
right
That
there.
is quite
rock
good.
and roll at all.
Analogy of the week goes to Matt.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right.
Okay, then overall impressions. We gotta go over that.
All right, I got this one.
Okay.
All right. For the time period, which was, this came out in it was released in March 1990, so it was obviously written in 87, 89. This style of Europop was just getting popular, and it got more popular into the 90s. This is better than a lot of the synth pop of the time, but I was still not a huge fan of this album. Most of the album was either mid-tempo or slow. There were no real pickups. The vocals weren't lazy, but they lacked energy, but I can't blame that on them because it was popular at the time. For example, bands like Tears for Fears and Simple Minds were really, really big at the time. They had those kind of lazy vocals.
Who the fuck is this guy doing his research and shit?
Hey, I like music.
Research
man.
isn't rock and roll, dude.
And as just a little tidbit, it reached number 2 on the UK top charts,
I did read that. Huh?
and it actually incited a riot, this album.
Yeah.
So they had a signing party, for the album. Zach probably knows the story. They expected 1,000, maybe 2,000 people to show up, but 17,000 people showed up for Depeche Mode's new album, and it became a security risk. So the band had to leave, and people lost their shit.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It almost destroyed the entire little venue they were at because they only expected like 1,000 people to
At
go.
the most.
Yeah. So that's all I had to say. I liked it. I'll give it maybe. I wouldn't listen to it again just
many
because it
crabs?
wasn't my style.
How many crabs?
How many of these boys, Shane?
I'm gonna have to give this like 5 or 6 crabs. I don't know. I wouldn't listen to it again.
Fair.
Was there
It
a
is
couple
cool.
songs that
I
you
would-
would at least listen
I
to?
really did like. There were a couple standout tracks.
Okay. That's
I
all
already
I
mentioned
want.
them earlier, but
That's
yeah.
all I
All
want.
right.
I just want a couple of songs to
Yeah.
stick, man.
There were at least
Come on,
2
man.
songs that I really liked.
Come on.
I'm new. I'm sorry. I'm new.
Jacob.
All right. So I know a lot of this gets thrown around that it's for the time period thing. I don't. It's music. It's forever. I'm not gonna give it an excuse because it's for the time
Yeah, like
period.
a truly great piece of work.
It's timeless.
Like
It's
Hotel
timeless.
California.
Yeah, it's timeless.
Hotel
So-
California is still a great fucking
Yeah, like-
song, and it's like
Yeah.
50 years old or
Yeah,
something like
this
that.
it was great for the times. It's
Almost.
still great for people who like
70s.
this type of music, but
That'd be 40.
you could tell this was written in the 80s. Like
Yeah.
straight up.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
wrong.
that. Like I fucking love this album, but it's not my favorite album. 'cause
The
it's not
80s was the worst era of music. There, I said it.
Okay, I understand.
I can agree.
So
It's good for memes.
I put some very good ideas, some very bad ones. The guy, it's synth music. You got limitless opportunities with synth music, and
Well,
it
in
felt
the
like
80s
he
it was
did.
pretty limited.
You had to program every sound. They didn't have like FL Studios
They
where
didn't
there's
have loops.
Yeah, you had to make every sound pretty much.
Okay, then I'll exclude that out. But still, it just seemed like most of the songs just had this one feel, and like it was just kind of copy paste
They
throughout.
did not have that back then.
It was literally not copy and paste. But
Okay.
Yeah, shut up.
Y'all are being too confrontational this week. I don't
You're
know.
our Simon Cowboy. You're always sitting there like, well, you fuckers, I'm gonna shit on this.
A lot of the songs.
Sounded just like him.
I'm sorry, Jacob. Go ahead.
You broke
Easy.
I felt a lot of the songs sounded the same.
I'm gonna kill myself.
There was great potential. I don't think it was that well executed. I felt like a lot of the songs could have been trimmed and made a lot more
Yeah, I sniff.
listenable.
I sniff.
That's about all I've got for it. 7 out of 10.
Really?
That's pretty hot.
Damn it!
What are
You're
you doing,
shitting on it
dude?
this whole time, and you give it a 7.
Because there wasn't that much I could shit on it.
You were
I don't know what to
an
say.
enigma,
I'm
dude.
speechless.
I am truly speechless.
Because
Like-
the thing was, there was still a lot of songs that I would listen to again on this album, and like it was very unoriginal feeling sometimes, and it was very similar and repetitive. But I could still go back and listen to any of those songs, and I could like it, and I would like listening to those songs. But
It's a pop album.
listening to the whole album start to finish, I had worse of an opinion because I just raised it just now. I did have it at like a 5 out of 10, but I raised it to a 7 because I realized that like all these sound the same, but I still did like the way that they sounded.
That's how I feel, but on a bigger scale, I guess.
That's my opinion. I felt like it was a little lazy sometimes, but there were some good ideas. Some of it was executed well, some of it wasn't. I couldn't truly complain about it.
But you did.
I did. I did sometimes.
I fucking hate this album. 7 out of 10.
Honestly, sometimes that's how it be. That's really just how it be sometimes.
All right, next.
Teddy.
I might as well just read what little notes I have top to bottom. By about song 3, I could already kind of tell that this wasn't really going to be my thing. Like I said, I just felt like the voice wasn't really right for everything else. All the songs were like this tempo about, and they were all in minor keys. And I just it wears me out to hear like that kind of it just kind of wears me out after a while to hear like 10 songs in a row. They're all in minor keys and they're all kind of have the same overall feel. And I think my number one gripe was that none of the songs really went anywhere. They didn't really build momentum to me all that much. They just they were very stagnant. And then just the ending.
Yeah, the
I
ending
can't do
was
that
like
ending.
a big blue baller.
Yeah.
So how many of these boys would you give it?
Okay, I'm trying to think of what like my favorite okay, compared to like my favorite album, which I would probably only give about 8 or 9 out of 10, I'd probably give it 5. 5.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Enjoyable, but I probably won't come
What
back
did
to
I
it.
give Failure's album? I gave it a 4, right?
Yeah.
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 What an asshole.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't go listen to that again. I would go listen to this again.
Jeez.
I would- I wouldn't listen to the whole album again.
So,
Just
yeah,
listen to it.
Just let him
We're
talk.
talking about it. So Jacob had like the shitty, 7 out of 10. I'm gonna have that. It was great. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not
Just
gonna
to
do that.
even it out.
No, but like, it's not something I would listen to every day. But when I'm in the mood for this I think is like a go-to for me. I'd say like I was really into this album. As I said, not for every occasion, but when the shoe fits, that shoe's gonna fucking fit, dude. Oh yeah. No, but like I thought it was very good. You know, like now that I realized I didn't listen to like the true version of the album, you know, I listened to this remastered version with the interludes added. That was my big problem, is that the interludes just did not add anything for it, and I realized, oh, well, that's not even on the album, so it's fine. So that earned another star. Crab for me. And the fact that Flood produced it added like 5.
Oh,
of
yeah.
course, no. But like, Failure for me was 9. And that was my favorite album.
Hey, you're the one cracking to peer pressure right now. You don't have to crack to my peer pressure.
Look, stop telling me to smoke crack, guys. You're gonna make me do
You're
it.
a fucking pussy, Matt.
But no, like I really liked it. I'll probably go back and listen to this again. It's one of those ones I like it enough to buy on CD, but I don't know if I'd like it quite enough to buy on vinyl too.
I guess I'm just a loser then.
So I would say I'd give it
much.
like
Fucking
I'd give it
vinyl
like a
haver.
7. You know, considering.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I give it a 7.
Okay.
Nice.
You know, like compared to Fantastic Planet.
Why are you making fun of him for having
Because he has the vinyl of this album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you just meant.
Oh, I didn't mean that
In
as a
general.
personal stab, Zach.
Oh no, it's fine.
I'd like to personally stab Zach.
No,
I rate albums on that a lot of time, because if it's like a favorite or essential, like I'm going to the grave with this, it's like I'm buying the vinyl version.
yeah,
Yeah, that's me
This
too.
is an album that I would buy on vinyl and not CD, because I don't listen to vinyl that much, but this album on vinyl sounds fucking amazing.
It
So,
did
yeah.
sound better. We listened to it on vinyl for a second time, me and Teddy. It did sound better. I like
Yeah.
well, we had these speakers set up. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, like the dynamics are way better,
Yeah.
because like when streaming it just sounds compressed and boring.
Yeah.
But yeah, my overall impressions, like I definitely agree with most of the things that were said today. But like yeah, it's just hearing it the first time, it was just kind of mind blowing. Cause I like electronic music, but I never really dove into 80s synth pop that much. And then just going head first with this album. And then yeah, Flood, the producer, his catalog is fucking stacked.
Yeah. I mean, like, just
real.
look that up. Like, that's
Yeah.
something to just gaze upon and, you know,
Yeah.
just.
But yeah, I agree. The songs, some of them go on for way too fucking long. Like, there were points where I was staring at my phone, I was like, when is this going to end? Like,
I do that in the mirror sometimes.
Edgy joke of the week.
Good job.
I thought it was going to be me.
Good job. Wow.
Yeah.
You got us there.
I didn't see that coming.
That one took a second. to
That
hit.
was quite a zinger right there.
but yeah, I said it earlier, but I give it 8.5 crabs out of
Well,
10.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna wrap that segment up, and we're gonna go on to the next one. How many times can we pedal Teddy's ass before he starts crying?
Oh god.
Oh,
Pull him down.
yeah, go on, pull him down.
This isn't real, is it?
No, this is not real.
Okay.
This is a joke.
But I'll ask you a real question, though. What's it like being a privileged, white, misogynistic
Oh,
male?
dude.
What's it like, dude?
Don't get him started.
It's fucking awesome, honestly. Like, I can do whatever the fuck I want,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
get
you
away
can.
with it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's the best.
White people, am I right?
Pretty
Everyone,
awesome.
let's give a hand for white people.
I have a question about that album.
Oh, no.
Wait, we can't do that. Let him ask his question.
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
Why did it take 4 people to make that?
Holy shit!
Like, that's not necessarily a jab at the music, at all. I'm just saying, like,
I feel
if so much of it, like, what were the other?
I could see like Trent Reznor
Okay.
in his basement, doing.
Yeah, this
Like,
is
what?
like the guitar player. He wrote like all the songs, and Flood is like two of them in a room making it. The rest of the dudes are just chilling, and like, okay, how am I going to play this live, basically?
Okay, that makes sense.
That's the type of vibe that I got from it. I'm pretty sure that's true.
That makes sense because like I thought that it was just like one or two people, and then like we were at Shane's and
it's
your
like
house,
four
and I
people
saw
in
that there
a
were 4 people.
4 people in a butt.
4 people and one very tight ass. And I was like, what were all these people doing? Like, it was like, hey, Jeremy, just can you come over here and
Snort
just
this coke.
hit that one?
That's what I think about Foo Fighters too. It's
Yeah,
like,
they're
there's
kinda that
9
way,
people
too,
in that
like-
band or something.
There's currently 6
Dave
Foo
Grohl
Fighters.
Yeah.
I saw Foo Fighters live recently. Besides like
I
the
was there, too.
keyboard solo, I could not hear the keyboard at all during the live performance.
Yeah,
It probably wasn't even plugged in.
dude,
Probably not.
They
they're-
probably turned it on for the keyboards though.
their new album, Concrete and Gold, like I saw before it was released that they got a keyboard player, and like for a really long time I felt like the Foo Fighters were starting to get pretty stale. Like I was like, man, I just want them to evolve and do something different. And I saw that they had a keyboard player, and I was like, oh nice, they're gonna have some like new keyboard sounds, and maybe they're gonna do something a bit more progressive. But then like there's only like one part in the whole album where you can even hear the keyboard.
Yeah.
The rest of it is
I had
just
that
the same old Foo Fighters songs, which I love the Foo Fighters, and I did like their new album, but it's like, come on. Dave
You're
Grohl
paying this guy money. Make him do
Dave
something. for
Grohl
it.
definitely could have just played the piano parts on that album, except for that one like crazy like thing
Yeah.
between. I can't remember what song that's between. but
I remember it, but yeah, I don't know what.
that weird piano interlude that's just like. And, like,
True.
hey, we gotta see. We told you he's on the album. There's a piano player on the album. See.
Speaking about people being on albums, right before we started recording this,
Oh
we had
shit,
this
yeah.
fella
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
blow his brass and eat some ass.
He did both of those things.
Yeah.
Not in that order though.
But yeah, he played the trumpet.
He played the trumpet and the cowbell.
I played the cowbell and I played the Elmo, the stuffed Elmo as well.
Yeah, and that is true. Like, you think we're joking, but it's true. It's all on there.
It'll all make sense when this album comes out.
It probably won't. You guys won't be able to hear it.
Oh,
Probably.
you'll hear it.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. I just want to bring up, like, we're about an hour in.
Don't say it.
It's still on the table, folks.
He claimed it this week because we're gonna have story time in a little bit.
No, I can't do that because Matt might get in trouble.
Oh well.
Remember?
Fuck.
Oh yeah.
You're right in my cunt. Am
Milk
I
is
right,
dead.
guys?
Oh, better cross that guy out.
You can't but we'll take your word for it.
That was lame, Zach. I couldn't.
Yeah, that was pretty lame usage of it.
Yeah, I had to
I
do
barely even noticed it either.
it. I had to do it.
Yeah.
It's amazing how little cuss words mean to me anymore. Like he just said,
so desensitized.
he just said one of the worst ones, and I heard it, but I didn't even think twice.
Yeah.
I remember when the word "fuck" used to actually make my stomach hurt, like my chest. would
Yeah,
get
like
tight.
when
I was
my
like,
dad would say, I'd be like, "Oh no,
Yeah.
he's angry."
Get the belt.
For real, when Zach's dad used to come over and say "fuck," I freaked out, man. I was like, "What are you doing in my house? Who are you? And why are you cursing at me?"
Man.
Oh my god, the look on Zach's face when he said, "What did my dad say?"
Like, my dad never cusses, and when he says the F word, you know, shit's about
I
to
have
go
heard.
down.
I have heard my dad say the F word. I think twice since I have been alive.
Same.
Oh,
Same.
my dad has said the F
One
word.
time,
Teddy's dad says it in every sentence just for fun.
Yeah,
One
sometimes
time,
twice
like,
a sentence.
Sentence enhancers. Right?
Yeah.
and the one of the times that I heard my dad say it was last week, and it was over nothing big, and he just was like, "Ugh, fucking," and I was like, "Mom is in the other room."
You know, like, your dad is always so just like...
He's so quiet that he's just like,
It's like,
kinda
his silence
hovers
is
around.
droning, you know? It's just like you look over
And it's like, hey, what's going on? I can't say his real name. Ted? Oh, that's your name. Ted 2?
the movie.
Movie.
And it's just like, I just imagine him saying that. He's just like, fuck. Like the whitest way possible.
It's just, I can't imagine him being angry. He's such a nice dude.
I remember when I was young, like in elementary school, I thought that if I said fuck, like
You were gonna
my
get arrested.
parents would know somehow. Like I remember being home alone and like I'd just be like, I'm gonna do it, and like I have very
the doors,
specific
close the shades.
memories of like checking to see if my mom was in the driveway, and I'd just be like, fuck. What? And then like my mom would get home, and I'd be like, hi mom,
You look wonderful
and,
today. I
and
love you.
and like nothing would happen. I'd be like,
Do you
got
think your
away with
mom-
it again.
Do you think your mom knows that you cuss as much as you do?
Oh, well, I don't know because I don't really like cussing around her. Yeah. But like
Oh yeah, no one like cusses around their parents unless you have a special case. But
when I'm like, I'll say like ass or like some of the like more mild
you know,
ones
They'll
around.
be like, oh heck,
Bamboozle.
I'll say that around my mom every once in a while, but like when I'm playing Xbox, just all bets are off. I don't give a fuck. I did like
Hey.
and like my mom will be like less than like 20 feet away, and it'll just. It sounds really fucking lame now that I'm saying it out loud on the internet. But
You know how I first found out about the word fuck? Like, I don't think I knew it till I was like 10 or 11.
That's okay.
And I was sitting there like
That's
trying to
normal.
make up words, I think, while we had like the GameCube going, and it was SpongeBob Lights Camera Pants, the best GameCube game. Don't at me.
Wind Waker.
No, again, no. It's a, I don't know, it's a mediocre party game. Like,
I had
Anyways.
SpongeBob SquarePants the movie. That was fun.
oh yeah.
Nice.
But anyways,
Best cinema.
I was just making up words, and I was like, fuck. Oh yeah, fuck, that's a good. And then my brother's like, Matt, I'm gonna have to tell you about a little something. I'm gonna have to let you in on a little something.
Oh no.
I'm gonna have to tell you about something called
And my
fuck.
life was changed forever. Sweet.
My parents definitely know that I swear as much as I do because I used to play hockey and I was a decent goalie on a team that left me out to dry a lot. And no shots fired at my old teammates, but like, fuck dudes.
Shots fired.
I had a lot of shitty situations where afterwards I would rest my elbows on my knee pads standing up in my crease, put my head down and go, fuck! and you know, they definitely heard and they were like, Jacob, you gotta watch your mouth. And I'm like, the refs literally went up to me and was like, how the fuck are you, bud? And they're like 30-year-old men and I'm like a 16-year-old kid. And they're like, how the fuck are you? And I'm like, fucking great, Phil. But
Yeah, last time we were at Foo Bar, I said the F word in front of my mom.
I remember
I've been
that.
thinking about it. And she was like,
I remember she
I
was
know my own son. And I'm like, that's basically what she fucking
Yeah.
said. I was like, oh.
It's like,
It's just a word. Who gives a shit?
yeah, like that parent disappointment though. You know, like I remember my thing was I didn't lie as a kid, and then whenever like I was getting bullied a shitload in like 5th and 6th grade, and I started lying about stuff because I figured, oh, I won't get in as much trouble or whatever, and my mom was just like, no, he doesn't lie. He doesn't lie about stuff. And then like basically like talking to the counselor, like I got caught in it and was just like and I just
The parental disappointment is the worst feeling.
especially when your dad grabs
sniff
the
to
belt.
that.
He's like, this is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you.
You know-
I know he's lying.
And then he
I've only felt the parental disappointment twice in my life.
You're
The
lucky
first
son of a
time
bitch.
was,
Yes.
well, that I can recall. The first time was when I was really young. The second time was when I dropped out of college.
You know, it's different when you have siblings because, you know, they're all like just in your head. You're like, I gotta be better than this motherfucker right there. But
See, they
you know.
just had all their eggs in one basket, and I dropped out of college.
See, I'm always rooting for my brother. I'm not like in a competition with him. Like I wish he would do better than me.
It's beautiful.
That's very heartfelt.
Like,
Like I wish I felt that way.
I would like I'm like always rooting for him.
I love them, but both of y'all, you know,
Yeah.
I'm out here to get the gold.
We out here get this bread.
Oh my god.
So I had 2 topics I wanted to pull up on this podcast.
Fucking do it.
Yeah,
Let's
dude,
do it.
go for it.
So I was looking at my dad's CD collection. I mean, I was trying to find some brew. Am I right, boys? Some of my dad's brew.
You're a real weird guy,
Dude,
man.
just keep talking.
But I'm just gonna keep going. No. But like, I was looking at this. He had a Jimi Hendrix tribute CD. And I was like, okay, what's on this? The fucking Cure covered Purple Haze.
Are you serious?
I haven't listened to it yet, but we have
gotta
to
listen to that.
I am just like,
For those of you who don't know, I love the Cure.
maybe I should just grab that CD real quick just to prove it's real.
Please do, yeah.
Like, you know,
Go
I'm
fucking
gonna
grab it. I want to see
do
this.
it.
I want to see this.
Talk about very controversial things while I'm gone.
So Red Dead
So the
Redemption 2
N-word.
comes out
Dude.
tonight.
Two.
Yeah, let's talk
two
about
very
that.
similar
Let me-
things.
Red
Do you
Dead
think
Redemption.
The N-word's gonna be.
We can't say this. We can't talk about the N-word. Is Matt gonna have to cut this whole bit out?
Fuck. No.
All right, let's start it here. Red
So
Dead
Red Dead
Redemption 2. Let's start it here.
Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out tonight.
It's gonna be so fucking good.
Rockstar is the one thing that has never disappointed on the initial release, except for GTA Online.
Yeah,
I can trust Rockstar.
Yeah, it feels so good knowing that like the Red Dead Redemption, like the Red Dead name is in good hands.
When
like,
I get home tonight-
Rockstar is like nice, gentle hands. They're gonna handle that game well.
When I get home tonight, I am probably not going to sleep until like 5 a.m. And then me and Shane are going to a party tomorrow, and we're gonna have a great time. And
But you're gonna be wishing you were home playing Red Dead
probably,
Redemption.
I'm not gonna lie, Shane. I might be like, hey, can we go home so I can play Red Dead?
That's all right, dude. We just gotta get the goods, and we can go home.
All right, we gotta steal the candy.
Yes, sir.
'Cause it's a Halloween party. I'm wearing my Captain America onesie.
Yes.
I
used.
forgot to get the costume, so I'll have to get that tomorrow morning, but that's okay.
Shane, if you don't get one, I have a banana costume.
I'm not gonna wear that.
You can though. No
Maybe I
one's
will.
stopping
Who
you.
knows? Who knows?
It's actually pretty uninvasive and pretty dank. Like you can put the hood up or not, but it just kind of like hangs over what you're currently wearing. It makes you look like you got a big old painter.
Sign me up.
I need all the help I can get.
Amen. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
It's kind of lonely without
All right,
Matt.
so I say when Matt gets back here, we all do something just goofy, just like
But it's Matt we're talking about.
straight
what
up.
can
I
be-
think we should pull up our shirts and smack our bellies.
I'm not doing that.
I think we should do that.
Matt
No,
straight
we should pants him.
No, his pants are way too tight. They won't go anywhere.
Oh, that's
true. He
true.
always
He
wears
wears
skinny
some
jeans.
very
he's,
so-
tight
gonna,
pants.
he's gonna see this later when he's
So
editing
we're not
this
going to
video.
take.
Oh,
our shirts
damn,
off.
sorry,
So we're
Matt.
not going to take our shirts off.
No, I don't want to do that.
I don't
How
wanna take my
about-
shirt off.
We could all switch places. That'd throw him for a loop.
That sure would throw him for a loop. We could all switch.
We should
hats.
throw our shoes at him.
Let's all switch hats.
Ooh, switch
See if
hats
he-
and then
yeah.
throw shoes.
Does anyone have? Zach, you got a big head.
You have a small head, dude.
Somebody has a really shallow head. Whose head?
That's my.
Yeah, you have a very shallow head. I don't know what that means.
I don't care.
that trucker hat on Zach.
I don't care. I'm going to throw my shoe at him.
It doesn't even fit me.
Here, I got you, boy.
Or yeah, we're doing this.
Shoes at the ready.
I'm going my right shoe.
Future Matt is gonna be
I
so
also
pissed
just
he didn't know
remembered-
about this.
That I was gonna try some of that hot sauce because I'm really curious about it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we can do that. We can just do that right
Yeah,
now.
it's really thick.
It is
so
really thick.
I'd give her a good shake in the.
How quick is it gonna come out? I'm really curious about it.
Just stick your finger in it.
If you want to.
That's what I
Yeah,
do,
you can just put a
yeah.
pinky in there. Zach already did.
That's
it.
what I do.
I could take a pinky.
But not a whole dick.
That thing could definitely not take a whole dick.
No sir.
Not even like.
Speak for yourselves.
Zingo!
Joke of the week.
Initial thoughts.
Tastes all right.
This hat's giving me a headache. It's
Just like
throbbing.
make it set on your head. Don't wear it. Just set
It's
it on
getting there.
Are you starting to get the tingle?
I'm getting the tingle. I don't think I got enough for it to be bad.
Hit it again.
If you
What
want
is-
to take a
what
nap,
was
you
that?
can take a
Motherfucker.
nap.
He's probably doing something fucking retarded and he's gotta come back.
I don't want quite a cap shot. I'll just do like.
You can do as much as you're volunteering to do this, so you can do as much as
Well,
you want.
Matt,
I know.
it's nice knowing you.
What? Bitch, what? Matt? Matt, oof.
You've just been shooed.
That was so lame.
It's our new reality show. Reality game.
Prank.
Sorry.
I wanna-
Matt.
Myself a little bit.
I want to hurt myself.
I grew out emo hair because I hate my parents.
Yeah, we do know that we need a worse one because it's like it's still bearable.
Let me sniff this shit.
But yeah,
Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. I don't know.
we need a worse hot
It's the
sauce.
first song on the fucking.
It's the fucking first song. You start with Pure Purple Haze.
In Pretenders slash Living Color. Fuck me, man.
Those guys, they're good.
Those guys are black.
Fuck, I almost want to put that
Yeah,
in
Living
something
Colour,
and
they're
eat
black.
it because that was pretty good.
It's not much of a punishment then.
Yeah.
We need to get a better
It has 3 flame icons.
How do you get that punishment?
That was the hottest sauce at Schnucks.
No, like, what do you have to do to get that punishment?
Say the C word after it's already been used up
Oh.
for the one.
I might do that.
Put
To take
in
a whole
fun
cap.
context though.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do it at an unexpected time.
Let's talk about Red Dead Redemption 2 again.
Okay.
No, we already talked about that. We gotta.
It's gonna
we
be
gotta
a good
keep
game.
it fresh. Keep
I am
it up.
excited for cowboy fucking. I am excited to see horse balls. Like
me too.
they confirmed that you can
Shrink
see
and-
the shrinkage when you go to the mountain biome.
Yeah.
Like when it gets cold, your horse's dick goes inside itself.
They didn't need to put that in there, but
They
god damn it,
definitely
they
didn't
did.
need to, but they fucking did. And I saw an article a while ago that said you can have gay cowboy sex.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
Real.
true.
I don't
That
think
is
it's
not
real.
real. That is a joke.
I hope it's true.
I mean, we could have it in real life. if you want.
Our chat.
I want to simulate Ram Ranch.
Although if it is real, I will get the game.
18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. Throbbing cocks waiting to be sucked
That's
at
the
Ram
DLC.
Ranch.
Hey,
That's
you had me at throbbing cocks.
You had me at Ram.
All right, I'm feeling
Cowboys.
that we're getting a little stale right here, so we need to do something fun.
I have a story to tell.
Okay, good. Good stories. Good stories are good.
It's not a good story, but I'll tell it anyway. Yeah. So, at my job. This
That I
dude-
now work too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and
Okay.
Zach are friends officially.
I guess so.
That sucks, dude. I'm really sorry.
So this dude was buying this like $1,500 Martin, and we have these tags on them, and I was going to cut it off, and I stabbed the fretboard with my scissors,
What the fuck?
and he went like, and I was like, I want to die right now. Like,
Did you
What
actually
did you
say that?
Zach,
I'm just
What
like,
the hell?
whoops.
Zachary!
you can't do that.
Like,
Did you give him that guitar?
Yeah.
Did you give him a discount?
No.
What?
What?
Okay, first of all,
was that-
it was like just a barely. It wasn't like a stab. I like barely poked it.
But it was on the fretboard, Zach.
That's still. I mean, Rosewood's.
I sold him pro coverage, so it would cover that.
I would have
Coverage
like-
from the pros.
Jesus. I would have asked him.
Professional cover.
Like, I am a clumsy guy,
Yeah.
and
I can
like,
sniff to that.
yeah, I definitely sniffed to that.
Oh my God,
You
Zach.
can't trust me with scissors and guitars, man.
I'm sorry, but like
This is okay.
I would have gotten him a new one from the back or
we
something.
did. That was the only one.
That was the only one.
Oh, yeah.
I would have gave
I
him a
would've been
discount
that
then or
discount.
something. But,
But
you know.
like, okay, then the night,
Like, yikes.
like a week ago, I was hanging up a telly on our second rack.
Zach,
Oh no.
And those skinny headstocks don't
Yeah,
like to.
they
Don't
Oh,
finish
yeah,
the
yeah,
story,
don't like that.
please.
And then, yeah.
Oh God.
Did it drop?
This, yes, it fell. Okay, I was already like down because I was like fixing them. It fell, hits two other guitars, and just on the face down on the ground lies that Fender Telecaster.
how much was it?
It was
Is it like a
less than
standard?
700.
Yeah, probably
Okay,
like
so it's-
500.
Whoa! But still.
Still, fuck.
And there was
spent that much money
there was
in
a
one place
chunk
before.
missing from the bottom.
Oh, Zach.
Is it now discounted?
No.
Yeah, we
What?
wanted to get a telly.
But apparently it's not the first time that's happened, so I
Oh,
don't
I'm
feel
sure.
that bad. But
Yeah,
I felt like such a retard, and I wanted to quit. Like,
I just got a new guitar.
Fuck.
I got this made in Japan Fender Special Run mahogany offset Telecaster, and that headstock, like when I got it, I have wall hangers, of course.
Yeah.
And
they're a bitch.
like I knew, I was like, I have the road case where I can just prop this one up, but I'm gonna see if I can go on the wall. I
That's
have not
risky
damaged
business,
this. literally turned the heads. I kept like setting it down and picking it up and turning the thing to make sure it sat at the most comfortable angle because it's brand new. I spent $800 on it, and like.
Stop flexing.
Wall
hangers. Okay.
I'm genuinely poor.
We get it. We
yeah,
can afford wall hangers.
It
We
sits
get it.
at
You
like
can afford walls.
like all my other guitars sit with the wall hanger like this. That offset telly sits it with it like this.
Like I tested
like, do
this
it like that,
fucking
and it's
guitar. Like I even tugged on it a
yeah,
little bit. I was
yeah.
like, this should be fine.
Yeah, I've done that with stuff. Not with the
awful.
guitar.
They
but
kind of like twist out a little bit.
It's like when you
okay.
like you convinced yourself in your mind like this is not gonna fall. Like I've done this the right way.
Yes.
And then it does exactly the thing you didn't want it to do. It's like, whoa! Guess we'll never try that again.
Like I just stood there in disbelief.
Did anyone see it?
Yeah.
oh, I'm sure. It was,
Like
Were they
my-
staring at
No,
you?
okay. My boss heard it first of all because it was towards closing. It was quiet in there,
Oh no.
and then one of the guitar people he just runs over. He's like, "What happened?" I was like, I explained it. He's like, "Okay, you're good. This has happened before." I was like, but. Oh man, and I've seen that guitar, and there is a chunk missing right by the strap.
How big
nut.
is it? Like a quarter size?
No,
nine?
it's like that, but it's definitely
pretty big on a
it's
guitar.
awful.
Yeah.
I thought you guys did like
Damage discount.
Damage-
Like
Yeah.
it'll probably if enough people complain about it, we'll give them a discount. If someone wants to buy that one, we'll discount it. But as of right now, no one's got to know about it until
Matt,
they
you had
see
something
it.
you wanted to say. You were telling me that on the way over.
all right.
That was a good story, Zach. I
Yeah.
enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
Thank you.
That was very good.
I cringed a little bit, and my butthole's a little more clenched than it was.
That was
so.
me.
Thank you.
I'll take
I
care of it.
remember like one of the bits we were, or like not bits, but one of the sections we were talking about. You know, I was like, well, what do I do? I just get mad about something. And I was like, man, I'm gonna have to force something to get mad about. But no, today something came up, and I'm actually mad.
Ooh, that's the meme.
I'm getting close, but I didn't say it. So, I think everyone can agree on this. Glitter should not exist.
oh fuck.
Oh,
Glitter
It's a
is
glitter story,
terrible.
everybody.
You know why glitter is bad?
Tell us, Matt.
It never disappears. It never goes away. In murder shows, you know what? They take care of the body and it goes away. They don't go away.
Hold on. It shows up at unexpected times. Like, why do I have a fucking piece of glitter on my hand right now? I have a couple.
Everybody, search your hands.
we all started searching our hands.
I have one right there,
I'm clean.
and then I have another one right there. It shows up at
cleanest I've
unexpected
been.
times. It might not have been in this
Like,
house.
so-
Where did it come from, and where's it gonna go?
Probably should
Where
put
did it
tape
come
Matt
from?
box.
Cotton
Oh
Eye
no.
Joe.
Well, yeah, maybe, but like, so the thing was, is that at work today, I guess
so
like
sorry.
one of our teachers, or one of our piano teachers, is in the studio, and their kids, I guess, because dad's at work or another, so their kids come with the teacher. And I don't know if one of them had like a jar of glitter, or if their like dress had glitter all over it or something. But I go in there today, and they're like, "Oh yeah, there's like a glitter bomb in that piano studio."
no.
I go in there, and it's not like there's a pile of glitter. It's just like there's an even amount of glitter everywhere in that like room, and I
Like they tried to clean it up and
Yeah.
they just spreaded it everywhere.
yeah, right. Like I'd say the room was probably like lengthwise is maybe like this long. Like it's a square room. Like it was probably
Like this 12-person tent.
Yeah, like 12-person tent.
12 people. Yeah,
And-
fucking right.
This is an 8
You
to
could
10.
fit
This is 8 to
3
10.
queen size
All of us
air
laying
mattresses.
like
in here.
our feet down there and our top up here, all in sleeping bag. I think 12 people fit in this.
I mean,
Hell yeah.
you could fit 12 people.
if
not
you were
comfortably.
if you
Once
were
we finish the
desperate,
album, we're
it'd
gonna
be
take
pretty
this
gay.
out into the wilderness and go.
Yeah, we're gonna
camping.
test
It's
this
gonna be
out
in the
awesome.
dead
awesome.
of winter. When
We got to do a podcast
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
on that camping trip though too.
We do.
Yeah, but like,
Gotta be dope.
just I tried to vacuum it. I tried to get the brush attachment. I tried
Vacuum
everything.
didn't work.
I sold my soul to the glitter to try to like win it over, and it didn't happen. Glitter is awful. Glitter's on it. So the glitter came back home with me now. There's glitter here in this room,
That's probably
not in the
worth
tent,
the fucking.
but in this room. And I just don't know how to handle it. I think I'm just gonna have to kill myself.
I think that's the best way to go about it.
So this is the last.
like the
So
It's the best reason I've ever.
The best way to never see glitter again is to kill yourself.
It's 100%.
Because otherwise, if you continue living, you're going to see mass amounts of glitter in the time that you're
at
alive.
some point,
Right, yeah. It's statistical. Everybody knows this. Glitter is everywhere, yo.
Like, I think glitter's pretty cool when it, does its
It
purpose.
stays away, doesn't
But
touch me.
Jesus Christ, it's like one of Matt's friends. It never fucking leaves.
I can sniff to that.
I have something I can rant about.
We'll get one more good rant and we'll call it.
So
So we're getting up there, right?
Yeah.
I play bass in jazz combo at school.
He's better than me.
And I'm not better than Jacob.
He's a little better than me.
So when you play in jazz combo, you also will probably have to play with the jazz choir there. And
Shit, I know what you're...
and they always so they give me when they give me the music they want to sing, they give me literally 15 pages of music, and it's 15 pages because it's the 2 lines of piano music, 1 line of bass music, and 1 line of drum music. So really, there's only 2 lines of music per page, so I have to flip pages every time.
Fuck that.
Or I could go home and go through the work of cutting out every single line of music and then taping it onto another piece of paper. But no, I actually can't just do that because it's front and back and they don't line up. So I had to go home and with my own fucking paper and my own fucking ink and my own fucking printer, I had to make copies of the backs of every page and then cut those out and then paste them. I should not have to do that. I'm already doing them a favor.
We should call someone about this.
I
We
am
should write a
already
letter.
doing a favor
Holy
for them
shit.
by playing bass for them. I should not have to go home and cut
That's some
the shit
bullshit right
out and tape it together so that I don't
Can
have
we
to.
send this to the choir director? Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, let's
I
not do
like
that.
him.
He's gonna get lost on my glitter.
yeah, he's a cool dude, but like,
Back when I was a
damn.
kid talking about bass.
Like I was so. I don't know if I was irrationally angry, but like the whole
No, you're
time
rational.
while I was
That's
just doing it,
justified
I was just
anger.
like, God damn it, I shouldn't have to do this. And like at one point, I like dropped all the pages and I lost track of which ones are which. And like I was just like, God damn it, I shouldn't have to do this. I should.
That
And that's the closest Teddy's ever come to killing himself.
No, sir.
no.
Oh.
Oh wow, the astounding no that
One
I
time I literally
Kinda makes
said,
me
"Hey,
worried."
you should kill yourself. And he was like, okay.
Anyway, no,
I've seen a lot of
might.
seen a lot of Snapchats of Teddy with like guns pointed at himself, which kind of scares me.
That was a year ago, man. I'm past
That was not a year ago.
That was an old me. That was an old.
I don't know. That was like a year ago.
me.
I have not known you for a full year yet. I don't think.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure you have.
When did I drop out of college? Yeah, I've
Yeah, a
known you
year
for
ago.
A full year.
I was right there with you, bud.
Yeah. Me and Zach quit at the same time, but he went to
Yeah, I
a
went to-
better college.
Yeah, I wouldn't say better.
I just
just different.
I just decided to disappoint my parents instead.
Okay, if there,
didn't
are
work.
though.
if there are any jazz choir people watching right now, which I doubt there are,
I bet there's no one
I
watching this.
fucking hate you because you guys, you motherfuckers made me cut those pages up, and I was so pissed off about it. God, I fucking hate you guys.
Man, with this, I have nothing left. Like, Teddy, thank you coming into the podcast, having a gay old time.
And, like, I know what reminded me of that. It was when. Thanks, guys, but really,
You know what?
it's when
Nice meeting you, my boy. Good job, kiddo.
he's just gonna cut it off while I'm talking. But it's when he mentioned the tape.
What's he doing?
And at the tape, I couldn't find any good fucking tape in my house. And it was,
What the fuck is this guy?
I couldn't find any good tape in my house, so I had to like get a roll of tape and like get it, like
You had to rip
pull it
the
out
tape in
and then
half?
take the scissors and then like fucking do a little fucking shit like that. God, it was making me
That's awful.
Hey, we should all throw shoes at Matt when he comes back in here.
Yeah, dude.
dude. He'll have no
right,
idea.
so-
Also, let's switch hats.
On that note, we're gonna call it here. That's Matt. He's outside of the tent. That's Zach. I'm Jacob. This is Teddy.
He's the special guest.
We're more than likely going to have him back at some point if our
Probably.
schedule ever
I have
lines
an
up.
album.
Absolutely wonderful.
I have an album recommendation
If we ever have
we'll
a
get
plan
that.
for you
We'll
to
get
come
to
back,
that.
we will
that
listen to
I'd
it.
love to talk about if we come back.
Good. Yeah, we'll get to it. So
All right.
I'm Shane, and I'm actually mad right now.
See you guys later.
It's
See ya,
In
guys.
Rainbows by Radiohead, if you're wondering.
Oh fuck.
All right. While we're saying that, actually, next week's album is going to be "Rust in Peace" by Megadeth. This is my
shit.
favorite album by my favorite band. Very
And
excited
I'm
for this.
prepared to shit on this one.
I'm very excited.
We are all prepared to yell.
I am-
Mainly Dave Mustaine because
I am glad I am not going to be
so
here.
happy for this. So excited.
man.
All right. Thank you for coming to the T-posing capital of the world, Matt's Basement in the tent. We have pitched a tent, and goodbye.
Bye.
I saw a picture one time on the internet. This dude had his weed down.